Greetings, my peeps. Welcome to the All Things Basketball Podcast with your boy GD. In this episode, I'll continue my look around the league, but this time I'll be covering the Western Conference. I already did the East, so covering the Western Conference, all the 7 teams there, and we'll just go through it. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okay, guys, it's your boy GD back with the All Things Basketball with GD podcast. And guys, as I said in the previous episode, we're in the midst of the NBA Finals. Things are going on there, but I did want to touch upon the WNBA a little bit before I head on vacation. So I said, let me just cover a few things there, and then off I go. So there you have that. So with that said, let's get into it. We did the Eastern Conference in our last episode and went kind of long. So this one shouldn't go as long because I pretty much talked about the ancillary stuff. I went kind of long with that. But nonetheless, the Western Conference, this should go by pretty quick. So we'll see. All right. So with that said, let's do it. And I'll do it the same way I did it in the last episode. I'll start with the last place team, working my way up to the team that's first in the West. So with that said, let's go. Your last place team in the Western Conference, the Dallas Wings, guys. At 1-9, they have gone through it, guys. The topper of it all, Paige Becker's missing 4 of those games with being in concussion protocol, guys. But actually, we just got some good news. She will be available for her Wednesday game, so she will be up and available when they play on Wednesday, and actually they'll be at Phoenix. So she's going on the road to the Valley of the Sun to play the Phoenix Mercury. So we will see her back. And from what I heard, no minutes restriction. So she'll be back. She'll be starting. So this may help ail what's been plaguing that team. So there's that. Dallas Wings are a team it is crazy. They're first in the league in field goal attempted, and second in the league in offensive rebounds. But they're at the bottom, towards the bottom, when it comes to 2-point field goals made and 3-point field goals made. So there you have them taking all these attempts, but yet, finishing at the bottom as far as making them. So that gives you a clear picture there. And they're also last in defensive rebounding. No, they're 11th place in defensive rebounding. So again, they're towards the bottom rung when it comes to those sort of things, which counters, them being first in field goal attempts and in offensive rebounds. So there you have that. The strength of this team, you got a lot of promise in Paige Beckers, and she's a player who seemingly she makes others around her better the way she plays the game. So there you have that. And then also I was talking about Maddie Siegrist. I think she should start for this team, guys. Now you're going to face a situation with Tierra McCowan. She's going overseas to play in the EuroLeague Cup, their championship over there. So you have an opportunity to slide a Maddie Siegrist into the lineup. Of course, you'll start Myasha Hines Allen as your center, but I think Maddie Siegrist should be a starter for this team because you need what she can bring. She can bring offense. She adds a lot to what the Dallas Wings, what they do. So I think she should be one that starts. So there you have that. And then your weakness, speaking of McCowan, she hasn't had a good year, guys. She has not had a good year at all for this Dallas Wings ball club. And I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe she wants to get back overseas, make her money, and then she'll come back rejuvenated. Could be that. But she hasn't looked good thus far, guys. Also, two guys, you live with Arika Ogunbowale, you die with Arika Ogunbowale. As far as her shot selection and all those things, she can light it up with the best of them, but she is streaky. Oh, she's streaky, man. Forget about it. So that's one of the things you got to cope with. Hopefully, getting Paige Beckers back means Arike doesn't have to be on the ball as much, so Paige can kind of set her up in her sweet spots. In this way, she can be able to cook, if you will. Also, you need better play from the couple on the team, Dejanay Carrington and Melissa Smith. So you need better play from those two coming in here. I mean, Dejanay's okay, but she played a whole lot better last season for the Connecticut Sun. So you need that Dejanay over here in Dallas, if that's possible. So she's, a lot of the buzz around here is, oh, she's dirty player, her fingernails, this and that. And, it's these butter soft, moist boys, man boys, if you will, on social media that's got the most to say about her. So, I see folks putting them in check, so you like to see that. But you'll like to see more from her and Alyssa Smith, who is coming off their bench. You like to see, as she come off the bench, her giving that team firepower coming off that bench. So there you have that. So that is the Dallas story, guys. Let us continue. The sixth place team, a team that actually played last night, had an opportunity to win but lost in overtime. The Los Angeles Sparks, guys. Now, guys, well, like Dallas too, they have new coach Lynn Roberts over there for the Sparks. That's your new coach that's over there for that team. Right now, the Sparks are second in steals, so they have that feather in their cap. But they're without one of their key players. Well, actually two, to be honest. Ray Burrell, who they lost in the first game of the season. She's out 6 to 8 weeks with the leg injury. And then Cameron Brink. There's no timetable for her coming back. They're saying some point this season. Some people are saying, oh, it'll be June. But she was like, pump the brakes. She wants to make sure she's right before she gets out on the floor. So she'll return. How soon? Can't say. She had the torn ACL that she suffered probably about a year ago, in fact. So they want to be very cautious. This is your franchise player, Cam Brink is. So you have to be very careful. So, they're taking their time with that. So, and then also I said they're second in steals. They are 11th in blocks and rebounds, guys. So, and you would think with players like De'Erica Hamby, players like Azare Stevens, they would be kind of up there, but that's not the case, guys. So 11th in rebounding and in blocks. The strength of this team, Kelsey Plum is as great as advertised, guys. She's playing very well, all-star basketball, which is no surprise from Kelsey Plum. She did at the end of last night's game talk pretty boldly about the refereeing and how, they're not getting the calls and how, she's one of those players who drive to the lane and so forth, but she's not getting the calls. She's getting beat up, and she has something to say about that. And, I, for one, will say the refereeing in the W has been lacking, but yeah, so Kelsey Plum, expect the league to chime in on this and say, yeah, you can't disparage the refs like that, so we got to hit you. So there's that. So also you have players like Dearica Hamby playing very well. She's a solid number 2 to Kelsey Plum. And also you're getting nice play from Odyssey Sims and also Azare Stevens as well, although last night they didn't play as well. But overall, they've been playing pretty good for this team. Your weakness, guys, what in the world has happened to Rickea Jackson? Right now, she's not even averaging 8 points a game. She's from the field just above 35% from 3. She's 3 of 13 from 3, guys. So Rickea Jackson, I understand she dealt with a concussion issue herself that kind of sidelined her. So much so people were actually asking about, because she said she's out for personal reasons, like, this and that. She's pregnant and all this mess. And come to find out, she's just taking personal time. So you have these people they just make up stuff on socials and people run with it like it's gospel. So, which I kind of talked about in the last episode with these people making up the fake quotes about Jamel Hill and Brittany Griner, but that's a story that I've covered already. So there's that. But Rickea Jackson, what has gone on with her? So, we'll see what happens, but what's happening with her, very concerning. She was supposed to be one of those franchise players along with Cam Brink. So, maybe we'll see improved play coming, but we're still waiting for her to kind of shine there. So we'll see. So, and then also too, yeah, I mentioned about the rebounding. Yeah, the second to last in rebounds. So there's that. All right, guys. So that is the story for the Sparks. And when I need my Sparks info, I just look to DJ Tracy Tree. She does the LA Sparks weekly show. So any kind of news that breaks there, I'm usually on top of it, thanks to my good buddy in the podcasting field, DJ Tracy Treese. I'd love to get her on the show one of these days. We'll work on that. We'll see. So that is your LA Sparks story. Let us continue. Now, this 5th place team is a bit of a surprise. The Golden State Valkyrie guys at 4-5, thanks to an overtime win that they just got, as of this recording, last night against the Sparks. Actually, in LA, they got the win. So right now they stand at 4-5, guys. Right now they're dead last in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. Dead last, guys. But the good news, they're second in rebounding, guys. They're second in free throw percentage. They are first in 3-point goals per game. So Natalie Misaki, she's got them hoisting threes. Everybody's throwing up threes. And then also they are second in 3-point attempts overall. So that's the kind of team that Coach Natalie likes to have on the floor. So there you go. And Tiffany Hayes, she missed 5 games, guys, with a nose injury. Then Cecilia Sandra Lassini, she missed some time as well, 4 games with a foot injury, but they should be getting both of those players back. In fact, Sandra Lassini, I believe, has come back. Tiffany Hayes should be back soon. So there you have that. I don't believe she played last night, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Check to make sure. No, no Hayes. So she's due back soon, though. So keep your ear to the pavement as far as that goes. The strength of this team, they're getting scrappy play from Kayla Thornton. It seems like she's the leader on that squad, and rightfully so. And Veronica Burton as well. Both of those ladies are playing well for them. They're getting solid play from Janelle Solange. I just saw her against the Liberty. She was giving the Liberty the business, but her and also Cecilia Sandra Lassini, she's also a player who, since she's been back, she's been playing well. So you got some of the ladies over there that's getting it done. Now their weakness, they can stand to get better play from Teamy Van Binley, who actually had a great game last night, guys. So it makes maybe she's breaking out of her stupor. She had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 4 steals. So absolutely a factor in that win last night. So you get Fambele playing well, guys. This team, they're not an easy team because the Liberty, they blew them out. I think it was last week. No, 2 weeks ago. Blew them out. A game I was at, total blowout. Then 2 nights later, they were kind of in a nail biter with them. So Coach Natalie has this team playing well, guys, playing hard, playing tough. And I've seen Kayla Thornton knocked to the floor several times. There was times where I didn't think she'd get up. She gets up and she continues playing. That's the kind of gritty team they have over there. So Golden State Valkyrie, guys, they're nobody's pushover. So if you're going to play them, you got to be serious. And I actually saw them absolutely crush the Las Vegas Aces. And mind you, there's personal ties there. Nasaki, she was assistant coach to Becky Hammond over there. Also, you have former players like Tiffany Hayes, who, although she wasn't playing, and then Kate Martin, who was left exposed in the expansion draft. So it was kind of personal for a few of those players there. But nonetheless, yeah, they absolutely crushed them. I couldn't believe what I was watching, to be honest. But there you have that. So that is the Golden State Valkyries story. Let's continue. The Seattle Storm, guys, right now, they're in the 4th spot there at 5-4. But hey, they got to watch it because you got the Valkyrie that's breathing down their necks. The Storm, guys, they are 2nd in field goal and 3-point percentage. So you have that. That's good. They're 3rd in assists as well. No Jordan Harston. They lost her with the knee injury, so she's out the entire season, guys. Your strength, you got the big 3 guys, and Skylar Diggins and Nneka Onwumike, and then Gabby Williams as well, who's playing. All 3 of them are playing great, guys. So you have that. Your weakness, you need more bench production, guys. You need your bench to produce. And then they're only 11th in rebounding. So that's a bit of surprising, the fact that you have Nneka Onwumike and you also have a Ezzy McBagor there. You have the rookie Dominique Malonga coming off your bench as well. So you got the bigs. So I'm surprised by that. And then Lynn you Uriru. She's asking for a trade, guys, and you know she's basically saying she's clashing with the coaching staff, the assistant coach, or what have you. But this is a red flag, guys. That's why I said at season start that Noelle Quinn is under the microscope, guys, because you can't have two players, wanting out like this. You had Jewel Lloyd, who was your franchise player, and now you have Lee also talking this stuff. So again, I say Noelle Quinn, the coach, is being watched closely. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And I understand she sees no real chance at significant playing time over here because you got Owen McKay, you got Mac Begor, you got Malonga, so there's no real path for her to getting minutes. So she wants to go somewhere where she can be used. So we'll see what happens with that. But that is your Seattle story, guys. Let's continue. Third place team, little bit surprising, but the Las Vegas Aces at 4-3, guys. And like I said, I saw that game where they got absolutely crushed by the Golden State Valkyrie. And guys, well, I'll save that. Let's talk about theirs. Right now, they are first in free throw percentage and first in turnovers. In other words, they have the lowest turnovers. So you at least have that you can hang your hat on. But they are second to last in field goal percentage, surprisingly so, because you got an Asia Wilson there, but she's kind of shooting under her normal percentage with all that's taking place. And you got to consider this, guys. From last year's roster, they basically have 5 players. Everyone else is new. So you're talking about incorporating half of your roster into this current roster, including Jewel Lloyd. So that's where the transition has been kind of rough, guys. So there you have that. The strength, of course, Asia being Asia, doing Asia things. Just last week, she was named Player of the Week. So, she's getting it done, guys. It's just the people around her. They're going to have to figure this thing out. So, that's your bright spot right there, pretty much. Your weakness, Jackie Young, she has to be more aggressive, guys. She has to be, because right now, another player, I don't know what's happened to her, Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd right now on the season, averaging not even 9.5 points per game, of 4.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists. Her shooting percentage, she's not even shooting 30% from the field, guys. She is shooting 38.5% from 3, so you like that. And then from the free throw line, a pedestrian 68.7% or 68.8%. So Jewel Lloyd, my gosh. A couple of seasons back, she was like in the running for MVP. How the mighty has fallen, guys. So I don't know what's happening with her. Someone even suggested so much a trade of sending Jewel Lloyd and another player to Chicago, and in return getting Angel Reese and another player to kind of make the money work. Actually, that's not a bad trade on paper. Jewel Lloyd gets to go to Chicago, where they're desperate for scoring, guys. Maybe she could find a mojo there. Mind you, she has Chicago ties, so there's that. Jewel Lloyd does. So there you have that. And for Angel Reese, she gets to learn from the master herself, Aja Wilson. So, because right now, Kia Stokes, you can't really hang your hat on her as far as she's a good defender now, but she doesn't have the tenacity on the boards that Angel Reese has. So could you imagine putting her in the lineup with Chelsea Gray, who she knows very well, guys, from the Unrivaled days? I think that would be a wonderful trade. Will Chicago have the guts to do it? I don't know if they do. So we'll see what happens. But there you have that. Like I said, Jackie Young should be more aggressive because right now you don't know what's going on with Jewel Lloyd's game. So there's that. And like I said, it's 6 players you're trying to incorporate into this offense. So Becky Hammond has her hands full, guys, trying to make this thing work. Right now, their head is above water thus far, but they're gonna have to figure this thing out and figure it out quick. So there you have that. So that's the Las Vegas Aces story. Let's continue. Your second place team, the Phoenix Mercury, and I am really surprised given the adversity they've had to face. They're at 6-4, guys. Satu Sabali, she's been absolutely impressive. I've been so impressed with her, given the fact that they haven't had Kalia Copper all season long. She's been out with her knee injury. She's due back soon. Also, Alyssa Thomas, she's now missed 4 games with a calf injury. So you're talking about your 2 main pieces to go along with Sabali, and then also Natasha Mack. She hasn't played yet this season. So you're talking about 3 major components of your team not playing, and they're still 6-4, which, I've been watching a lot of Mercury games because, I love hearing from Ann Myers. So, but, they got to get it. They got to get it done, guys. But nonetheless, they're doing, Nate Tippett's doing a fine job with what he has. So your strength of the team, guys, right now, I think there'll be a more dangerous squad, guys, when everybody's back healthy. When you got Kalia Copper there, when you got Alyssa Thomas there, I think they'll be dangerous, guys. And then you got this undrafted rookie, Alexa Held. I mean, she has been playing great, guys, for a rookie. And, oh, by the way, she scored the most points of a rookie in a game this season thus far. More than the 2 young ladies with the Mystics, Sonia Centrone and Kiki Arafin. Not even they scored as much as Alexa Held, who's playing great, guys. She's playing great. So, yeah, this team is going to be, when they get all their pieces, they're going to be tough. Weakness right now, the fact that they're more of a jump shooting team than anything else, guys, which means you're not drawing the fouls and getting to the foul line. So there's that. And then I think Kalani Brown, I think they should be playing her more. She is a player that is automatic inside. She's a bucket, and she can get in there and rebound. I don't understand what Nate Tibbs is doing with that. That will take a lot of pressure off of Satu Sabali having to defend in the middle, down low. You got a big in there that can kind of alleviate that. So, and take some pressure off Sabali. So there's that. But other than that, they've been playing great. So I can't say nothing too much. In fact, you can almost make a case for Nate Tibbetts being in the Coach of the Year discussion, but we'll see what happens there. And then your first place team, the Minnesota Lynx, guys. And They are the best passing team in the league right now, and also they're third in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, guys. The strength of that team, who else could it be? Naphesia Collier, MVP, I like to call her. She's playing great right now. She has a chance, guys. If form holds, if she's able to keep these numbers going like this, she can be a 50, 40, 90 player. Over 50% from the field. Right now, she's at 52.5%. From three, she's just a shade under 43% from three. And then from the free throw line, she's of her 48 free throws, she's made 44. So that puts her at nearly 92%. So she's been absolutely brilliant. Oh, by the way, she's won another Player of the Week award this time for week 3. She won it in week 1 as well. And in the East, Kelsey Mitchell for the Indiana Fever won it. So there you have that. So Collier's playing fantastic. She's carrying over her unrivaled play into this season, guys. Kayla McBride, she's been brilliant, guys. She's been playing well as that number 2 player for them. And what more can I say about C-Dub? She's the floor general. She's the engine that makes that team go. And she's just one of the delightful players. One of the players you hate to play against, but if she's on your squad, you love that. So as far as weakness goes, guys, right now, Bridget Carleton, she's had a slow start, so you want to see her game pick up. And right now, the bench could be a little bit better. You got Jessica Shepard there. You have, of course, Natisha Heidelman, who's she plays well, and Carly Samuelson. They've been solid, but you want more from the bench, that's for sure. And then drawing fouls, they're among the bottom as far as free throw attempts, other than Collier, who's is going to get to the line. Everybody else, not so much. So there you have that. But Cheryl Reed, she has her team poised, as always, to make a significant move. And right now, they're sitting pretty in that conference that they're in. So, so they're the cream of the crop of that conference. And it seems like they're on a collision course with the New York Liberty, who, I just finished watching them demolish the Chicago Sky. And right now, they don't play until July 30th, but they could play sooner because of that Commissioner's Cup. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But they play 4 times, guys. So I'll be at one of the games. So I look forward to watching that game. It seems like that's becoming a rivalry, kind of in the same vein as the Las Vegas Aces. So I look forward to it. All right, guys. I thank you for listening as always. All things basketball with gd.com is the website. There you'll find my clips. You'll find my full episodes as well. Donate buttons are on there as well, guys. PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, Spotify. All those buttons are available for you to donate to this show. Also, Cash App, $ GDthatsportsdude. I got the scroll going this time, guys. So down in the scroll, you'll find that. Also, guys, podcast platforms, I'm on them all, guys. Apple, the whole shebang. YouTube, my videos are there also. Also, I put my links to the episodes on LinkedIn. And as far as socials, IG, of course, TikTok, some Blue Sky, some Facebook, and that's just about it. Thank you for listening. As always, like I said, I'm off on vacation, guys. If the NBA Finals finish sooner than we think, maybe I'll push out another episode, but right now I'm trying to get up out of here. So I thank you for listening as always, and we will talk soon, guys. Take care.